There are so many famous duos in gaming history. Toe Jam and Earl, Sonic and Tails, Mario and Luigi. But none as explosive as Ben and Andy, a pair of time bomb specialists that made their debut on the Sega Genesis in a game that is much like a cross between Bomberman and Metal Gear. It's called Crackdown, a run-and-gun adventure that got its start in Japanese arcades and eventually made its way to the Genesis and Mega Drive in 1990. Here we have a creative and action-packed race against the clock as Ben and Andy infiltrate the HQ of Mr. X, an evil scientist who plans to control the world, not to be confused with Mr. X of Streets of Rage fame. Pagans, rejoice. His persona on the game cover is, inexplicably, a Baphomet? Your character is heavily armed, with both machine gun and missile firing capability. Along with these abilities, your smart bomb will wipe out all the enemies on the screen if you find yourself in a pickle. A description of each enemy you will encounter will be detailed on the right side of your screen, from machine gun toting mad murderers to houndish mandrills. The goal of each level is to place time bombs on the red axes before time runs out and you get blown to smithereens. As you progress, the levels become substantially more difficult, with more enemies crawling out of places you never thought they would, and it certainly doesn't help that if you get shot once, you die instantly, and you will die a lot. The key is to use your wits as well as your weapons. You can squeeze around walls and sneak up on your enemies if need be, and never be afraid to use the heavy ammunition more often than not. Crackdown is one of the lesser known Genesis classics, but is definitely worth its salt. Check it out on the Sega Genesis Classic Collection on Steam for an explosively fun experience.